a party in turmoil. Recent Conservative setbacks. The Conservative Party is in crisis. Recent by-election defeats have sent shockwaves through the party. The losses in Wellingborough and Kingswood were particularly stinging. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is under intense pressure. The Tories' popularity has plummeted in opinion polls. Labour now enjoys a substantial lead. This shift comes after over a decade of Conservative rule. Issues like the cost of living crisis have eroded trust in the party. Brexit continues to cast a long shadow over the party. The promised benefits have yet to materialize for many. Internal divisions are further weakening the party. Different factions are vying for control. Some push for a return to traditional conservatism. The next general election looms on the horizon.
The Conservative Party's current predicament is not without precedent. Throughout its long history, the party has faced similar crises. In the 1990s, John Major's government was plagued by infighting and scandal. The party suffered a crushing defeat to Tony Blair's New Labour in 1997. This led to a period of soul-searching for the Conservatives. Leaders like William Hague and Ian Duncan Smith failed to make significant inroads. It wasn't until David Cameron's modernisation project that fortunes began to change. Cameron sought to detoxify the Tory brand and broaden its appeal. The 2010 election saw the Conservatives return to power, albeit in coalition. Austerity policies defined the early years of Conservative rule. These measures were controversial, but helped the party establish economic credibility. The Brexit referendum in 2016 proved divisive. The referendum result led to the resignations of David Cameron and later Theresa May. Boris Johnson's landslide victory in 2019 seemed to herald a new dawn. Rishi Sunak stands at the centre of the Conservative storm. As Prime Minister, he faces the daunting task of uniting the party. Sunak's background in finance was once seen as an asset. Now, some question whether he can connect with ordinary voters. His handling of the economy will be crucial to the Tories' fortunes.
Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson continues to loom large. Despite his fall from grace, he retains support among some party members. Johnson's political future remains uncertain, but his influence on the party is undeniable.
Suella Braverman represents the party's right wing. Her tough stance on immigration appeals to traditional Conservative voters. Braverman's ambitions are clear. She could be a contender in any future leadership contest.
On the more centrist side, figures like Jeremy Hunt are key. As Chancellor, Hunt has tried to steady the economic ship. The interplay between these figures will shape the party's direction.
Section 4. Policy Crossroads. Redefining Conservative Values. The Conservative Party stands at a policy crossroads. Traditional Tory values of free markets and small government are being questioned. The COVID-19 pandemic necessitated massive state intervention. This has shifted the economic debate within the party. Some argue for a more interventionist approach. Others push for a return to fiscal conservatism. Brexit continues to dominate policy discussions. The party must decide how to make the most of newfound regulatory freedoms. At the same time, it needs to address the economic challenges Brexit has created. Immigration is another key battleground. The party has promised to reduce net migration, but businesses often argue for a more open approach. Climate change policy is also causing rifts. The party must find a way to reconcile environmental concerns with economic growth.
Section 5. Electoral Battlefield Strategies for Regaining Ground. The Conservatives face a tough electoral landscape. Labour's lead in the polls seems entrenched. The Tories must find ways to reconnect with voters. This means addressing the cost of living crisis head-on. It also requires rebuilding trust in the party's competence. One strategy could be to focus on traditional Conservative strengths. Economic management and law and order have been winning issues in the past. The party could emphasise its plans for growth and tackling crime. Another approach might be to embrace a more populist message. This could involve tougher rhetoric on immigration and cultural issues. The Conservatives also need to address their weakness among younger voters. Policies on housing, education and the environment could be key. The party must find a way to make conservatism appealing to a new generation.
Section 6. Internal strife. Healing party divisions. Internal divisions continue to plague the Conservative Party. The Brexit debate has left deep scars. Pro-European and Eurosceptic factions still struggle for dominance. This ongoing conflict makes it difficult to present a united front to voters. Ideological differences further complicate matters. Some MPs push for a return to Thatcherite principles. Others argue for a more compassionate conservatism. These competing visions create tension within the parliamentary party. They also confuse the party's message to the electorate. Leadership questions add another layer of complexity. Rishi Sunak's position seems secure for now, but speculation about potential successors never stops. Healing these divisions is crucial for the party's future. The Conservatives need to find common ground on key issues.
Section 7. The path forward. A call for conservative renewal. The Conservative Party stands at a crossroads. Its future is uncertain. But history shows that renewal is possible. The party has reinvented itself before. It can do so again. This will require bold thinking and difficult choices. First, the Conservatives must articulate a clear vision for Britain's future. This vision should address the challenges of the 21st century. It needs to offer hope and opportunity to all sections of society. The party must show how conservative principles can solve modern problems.
Second, the party needs to broaden its appeal. It must reach out to demographics where it has struggled. The Conservatives should champion social mobility and environmental stewardship. The future of British politics hangs in the balance.